All right, good morning, everyone. We'll get started with the Commissioners' report for today. Today is Monday, December the 9th. It's our regular scheduled meeting, 9 o'clock. Here today, at the Fire Center, having district court this morning, so that's why we got to keep that a little bit part of it. But please rise. We'll have a prayer and Commissioner report and a pledge.
Let's pray. Our Heavenly Father, we just give you thanks today for the lives that we enjoy. We thank you for this great country we live in, and this county, the state, and our nation, and we ask your blessings upon it. Lord, that we'll certainly be able to look unto you for our wisdom and our strength, and we'll be one nation under God. Lord, we pray for rain. We just ask, Lord, that you can bless our land with rain, and that our springs and rivers and wells will be restored. We know every good and perfect gift comes from you, so we ask that you remember us in rain. Lord, we pray for your wisdom this morning as we take care of this business today, that you would grant us the ability to make wise decisions. For us in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Call the meeting to order at 9:03. We have a full report this morning. For everybody being here, thank you. Kinney County agent report, it's in your handout this morning on your desk. Provided that. Hey, let's see, handout. Kind of see what he did for the month of November. Agent standard this morning. County attorney.
Well, not too much to report on. The lawsuit against DHS has been stayed for now, pending Trump taking office and possibly changing the policies we're student under, so kind of a risk going into it, but anyway, we'll see what happens. For now, it's stayed or paused until a couple of weeks from now, we'll know more. Other than that, I don't have the answer.
Auditor?
No.
Clerk? Community center? Report there, rock and roll, got the parking lot finished. Gas line was put in, I don't think the meter's been put in yet, I think we're waiting to see there. Yeah. I think we put in a 2-inch line, and the city had an 1.5 meters. So get the meter from the city. Constable nothing this morning. The detention center. Move.
ADP is 419 and our current count is 420 as of today.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Emergency management. That would be me still. We got nothing. We are re-advertising for that position. And have an application on my desk as we speak. They're running the paper again this week, I believe. EMS. There we go.
For 48 EMS runs in November, 30 of them were transports, 18 were non-transports, and 2 calls were where we needed to use that variance right there.
All right, thank you, sir. Grant updates.
Working on 3 grants that are due within the next 2 weeks, one for the public library, one for EMS, and one for fire.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Any in healthcare? Nothing there in my office that I know of. County judge. For me, I went to a 911 meeting last week, with the COG, with Middle Rio Grant. We talked about a few things, the radio distribution, the first round of radios, handhelds that the COG was able to purchase and stuff, kind of went through the sheriff's office and police departments and stuff at the COG. The second round will be fire departments and EMS. They anticipate that happening here pretty quick. The second round of radios, handhelds and stuff like that. So, just as a piece. County library. That says it's attached in our on our iPads. Road and Bridge, we had it last week. Sheriff. Chief Garcia here this morning.
We kind of spend a badge on the vehicles. We got three vehicles that are police and shop right now for repairs. I've got 3 others that are in the shop for one's got some engine problems and a couple of got some minor issues that need to be worked on. The 3 that are in the body shop from the collisions, we haven't got an update on when those will be ready. Our activity is starting to pick up. With the smugglers and stuff, most of it's still down in Maricopa County. So that's one reason you will see the amount of law enforcement presence from other agencies in the county as much. Other than that, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Tax assessor this morning. And treasurer, I mean, that might be it. And then foreign treasurer. I made copies of those, so same thing. I was really paying attention to everyone. All right. Sorry about that. All right. Getting to item 4 this morning. Deliberate and consider action on the following items. The local at this time. Call it 9:10. A public hearing on the adoption and renewal of tax abatement guidelines. Mr. Briscoe said he's available for a call if we need to call him, but I thought not. Our abatement guidelines, we approved them in December of 2022. And by statute, they have to be approved every 2 years, reviewed, or whatever, every 2 years, so I ordered up this December. By statute, I said, well, do we have to post a public hearing? And he said, no, this is the different. This doesn't fall under the statute, it's got to post it for 2 weeks and all that, but he said, so we just have a public hearing this morning. There's really the only changes and stuff we get in ours would be where we added the abatement agreements. About the little things we'd like to have, you know, in order to get the abatement. We'd also like hours of training for our EMS or fire department, the road agreement work stuff done, the environmental studies done, things like that and stuff. So that's basically all we're changing there. And then you can see the attached on your iPad there for the second item B this morning. But would anybody like to address the abatement guidelines this morning in our public hearing? All right. We'll close the public hearing at 9:11. Item B this morning, discussion possible action on renewing approval and adopting tax abatement guidelines and resolution participating tax abatement agreements You can see those, on your iPad this morning. And stuff, like the envisioned, which go pretty much what we adopted, what was adopted in December 2022. Pretty much stays the same. There's a corrected version and a amended version or whatever we struck out. Change some verbiage or to, bless you.
We're sticking with the policy.
Yeah, sure, yeah. Moving forward, I think we're gonna stick with that pilot deal that offset some of the tax bills. And that addresses that in here as well, the pilot, the payment procedures and stuff. Battery storage facilities, things like that, all those things that we talked about in those documents we gave early on. So entertain, on item B, I'll entertain a motion to renew and approve the updating tax abatement guidelines and resolution of participating tax abatement agreements as presented. So moved by Commissioner Montalvo, second by Commissioner Barrett. Any further discussion?
I wonder if the people here know about this pilot.
Okay, we'll talk a little bit more about it. Okay. Looking into going and what I've learned in the last 2 years, basically, is there's no abatement at all. Or you can do an abatement where they do, you figure out the percentages. Most of the time for us historically, we've always done 60-40 abatement. And so they get a tax break, and they only have to pay 60% of the taxes rather than a whole 100%. In December of 2022, the state legislation, basically it was a sunset clause, and the school districts are no longer eligible for abatements agreements and stuff. So really in our county, it would be the county tax abatement, the water district tax abatement, and then the city, if it was within the municipalities of the cities of Spofford or the city of Brackett. Okay. So what I've learned is the pilot is a payment in lieu of taxes. So instead of them getting just an abatement and going forth and paying partial of their taxes, they get 100% tax credit for 10 years. But we receive that 42% payment as a side pot. So if you're an abatement can be up to 10 years long, it's as long as it can go. In 10 years, these projects will appreciate 80%. So in the 11th year, they're only 20% value. So what we worked on and talked about and decided was, hey, if we did a pilot and their abatement agreement for their project, say it's $5 million over the course of 10 years. Okay, that's $500,000 a year. So once a project comes online, we would get $500,000 a year in January of each year. That doesn't affect our borrowing value tax. So it's like a piggy bank deal for us to use for whatever we'd like to use. And in discussion and visiting with the commissioner stuff, we're not going to use it for salaries and benefits or things like that. We're going to use it for like structure maintenance, infrastructure stuff, buying equipment or so forth, things like that. But that would go each year for 10 years we would get that. Then on the 11th year, it would hit the tax books, then at a 20% value. And go forward from there. But in that abatement agreement, when we have an agreement with them, we have a road usage agreement that they have to repair and fix the county roads if they're accessing the facility off the county road. We have a 4-hour training and so forth for our first responders and paramedics and stuff like that we'd like to have. We have annual site visit and 1 random site visit, environmental studies that have to be turned in annually to us and so forth like that. So with an abatement, it gives us a little bit more structure to say, hey, here's, the project's coming, but here's kind of what we'd like to say, help us out here in the county as we go forward. It's a private property project. So as long as TCEQ is happy and EPA is happy, there's very, very little we can do as a county other than saying, hey, we grant the abatement, we don't grant the abatement. Yes, I'd love to say we're going to grant you an abatement. They bring 12, 15 jobs to the county. Obviously, these projects bring a lot of construction jobs while being built and so forth. But once they're online and established, and everything, it's all, they usually have 2 to 3 men that maintain the facility, the yards and stuff like that. Because you're talking about most of these projects being solar panels and battery storage. So, you know, you're talking, these projects are in excess of 600 to 1,200 acres. So take a couple of guys to kind of maintain it and so forth. But the pilot program is what we're going to focus on doing and stuff, because I'm fearful that if we don't grant them some kind of abatement, our taxes will fall, which is a nice thing for us. But we get out there 15, 20 years, and when that thing hits the tax books and so forth, and other things aren't continuing to come and keep us up there, we may have to have a rollback. With an abatement agreement, we got a little bit of working with them rather than having nothing at all. So I hope it's something like that. I hope that helped kind of clear that way for you a little bit. That's we're pursuing abatement now. With that being said, in addition to their abatement, they pay us 10% of their annual abatement amount, which is non-refundable. So if it's $500,000 a year, when we sign the abatement agreement, the companies are giving us 10% for paying us 10%. So they'll give us a $50,000 check once we agree to the abatement. The project may not go online for most of these projects won't be online until 2026 and 2027, most likely. We have Grand Solar 13 LLC, which is owned in the Spain country. That one has an abatement, a pilot. We did a pilot with our Green Ridge Solar, which will be on the Gearwood country right across the county road out there at George Road's Lane. Kinney County Energy, I believe it's called. That's out there on the view terraces out here. And then I can't remember what the comments were. Long Big Solar, which is on the county, which is south of the fort, on the west side of 131. And then last week, I received an email and stuff and started inquiring about was Samsung out there on East Cliffs country, right there at George Road Lane as well. So the 4 that we have, these 4 we have abatements for, so they're kind of in the process of moving forward. The Samsung is that's the first time I've heard about it for the whole time I've been in office. That's the first contact that they've had with me. And I got that email last week. They were starting to reach out to us and visit. So I kind of put Bristol in touch with those guys and then start working with them and stuff. So any further discussions or any questions to the court on the pilot programs and so forth like that as we move forward? And right now, the pilot money that we have projected to be receiving, and I would say again, it probably won't be until 2026, most likely. It's right a little over $1 million for us to help pay the streets, buildings, projects, things like that, buying equipment, buying firefighting equipment, buying an ambulance, whatever you want to kind of set aside to do that money stuff. So that's moving forward. That's kind of the direction we're taking here at the county level on the abatement. All right, so I'll entertain a motion. We got it. Made by Commissioner Donovan, second by Commissioner Fair. Any further discussion? Being none, all those in favor say aye. All those opposed, same sign. The motion carried now. Next up on the agenda for us this morning is discussion report provided to us by the Kinney County Historical Commission. It's an update to the court. And Ms. Moore is here with some of her team. We'll let her address the court.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for allowing me to address my concerns and our update. Just wanted to let you know, Sandy Herman has been working on a project to place nameplates on, items we've received in the past. We're finally getting that done, and she's already ordered the plates, and what we plan to do is have a gathering to recognize these donors, so when we do, have that gathering, we'll reach out to you, so maybe some of y'all can attend, so we can recognize those donors. And what we're doing is, recognizing the item or piece of furniture that they have donated to the museum. As you know, and some of y'all have seen me already, I've been working on the historical markers throughout the county. They're being maintained and cleaned. There's quite a bit of markers in the county, so it will be a while before I get that completed, but I've already started on that. We have our next meeting scheduled for this next Saturday. And at that point, I hope to.
The 14th?
Yes, sir. I hope to have all the members there because that's when we'll be deciding the new officers for each of the positions. And once we decide that, then we'll bring it up to you for approval. The Philippine Museum staff is participating in the local holiday tour of homes, which is scheduled for the 15th. Sandy Herman, Wanda Shelby, Dee Dee Brown, and I have been decorating in preparation of the event. Hopefully, you'll have time to swing by the museum or any of the other sites. It's my understanding that the money raised is for scholarships. So we hope to see you there. Recently, contract maintenance crew installed a security light under the balcony. They got that taken care of, and it had added some lighting for the front of the museum, so that's the plus. Also, maintenance was done on the 2 mini splits. And of course, when this work is done, I always reach out to Commissioner Ward, and he's the one that sends the staff to take care of that. So that has been done.
We appreciate that you reach out to Commissioner.
Should I be reaching out to you?
No, ma'am, you just keep Commissioner Ward there.
But I do.
If he doesn't answer, yes.
Yes.
If he says, this is good, yes, but if he's out of town or something, just something, whatever,
Okay.
just reach out to me.
Okay. As you're aware, and you just mentioned about the pavement of the streets in town, they look really nice, and I understand y'all were part of approving that and getting that done. As you know, El Paso Street, which runs north of the museum, was done. But while they were doing that, of course, there was heavy road equipment being used. It was so heavy that it shook my house and also the museum. We've got now cracks in the walls inside. I mentioned this to Commissioner Ward, and he's aware of it. And as soon as the rock maintenance crew is done at Peterson building, they'll come and look at the wall. Well, actually, they already saw them, but for them to come to look. And also, while they were there, I showed them an area inside the small room that, if you're familiar with an old building with limestone, it starts flaking. And it's starting to flake pretty bad in the back area. And also, when I was pulling out the Christmas tree out of the storage room, that little one by the stairwell, the walls are going back bad in there as well. So that is just some attention. I recently mailed out notification letters to advise the historic property owners of the upcoming evaluation, which will be done in January. Sandy Herman, Daryl Gordon, and I will be handling this task. So again, we'll be presenting that report to you sometime in February. Anyhow, the next item is, this is a little more, it's not more important than the other items, but it needs to be addressed. Something that our group has been dealing with. Currently, we have 9 members, and we have 20 dates that are scheduled as museum open dates. With that number of members, we could just end up covering the coverage, or rather opening the museum and doing cleaning duty, maybe 2-3 days tops. So that's not really a lot of work for a member to do. And actually, we're there only 2 days when we do open the museum. And there's some days that we have no visitors. So actually, we're just sitting there. So the cleaning can be done. I'm not having a very good response on a few members that don't step up. And that is a basic, in my opinion, responsibility as a volunteer, a member, to help with. And my intent is not to throw anyone under the bus. That's not my intent. The thing is, for many years, it's only been Sandy and I, and having new members is a plus. Not only to help in opening the museum and cleaning it, but more like a succession plan, if you will, because eventually Sandy and I are getting up in age, and we need individuals to be involved, to take over, you know, in about 20 years. But anyhow, I wanted to address this with you. Also, we have not had a complete successful meeting since August the 3rd. We scheduled a meeting on September the 7th. And I'm not going to call members by name. I'm just going to use a number. Again, my intent is not to throw any of our members in the bus, but I need to address this. Anyhow, for that particular meeting, member number 4 reached out to me, advising me that they and 2 others were planning to be out of town, and asked if we can reschedule the meeting to the 11th following week. I know life happens, and sometimes things come up. Someone wants to do something else and doesn't want to attend the meeting. But so I have no problem in agreeing to it. September 11th came. We had a meeting. Those individuals did not show up. Our next scheduled meeting, and they didn't even advise me that they were not showing. The next scheduled meeting was on October the 5th. Member number 4 and member number 5 sent me a text after the meeting, indicating that one was ill and the other completely forgot it was not on their calendar. On the next scheduled meeting of November the 5th, you may recall we had a real heavy downpour of rain early around 7 a.m. I checked the weather forecast and saw that the rainfall would be over by 11:30. So in order to avoid the members from getting wet and possibly ill, and granted, most of you know I live right next door to the museum. It wouldn't have done anything to me. I would put my raincoat, I would have been there. But I was considering the whole group, because many of them would have to come from the fort. So I reached out to everyone via text and asked about moving the meeting to 2 o'clock that afternoon. Everyone responded, agreeing to the time change. Member number 4 responded that she had another commitment, would not be available. Member number 5 responded, and I quote what the individual wrote: "You gave public notice for a 9 a.m. meeting. We are using taxpayer dollars. The meeting cannot be changed without notice. That individual added, this is a Texas Open Meetings Act violation. Additionally added, please read my email and respond. Soon after, I text each and every member with, we will, and this is what I wrote to everyone, we will not meet today at 2. After all, I'll notify you when we have a meeting day. Now, I did some research and on the Texas Open Act as well. And there is a section on section 8. A governmental body that is prevented from convening an open meeting that was otherwise properly posted under section 551.041 because of a catastrophe made in the meeting in a convenient location within 72 hours pursuant to section 551.045, if an action is taken in good faith and not to circumvent this chapter. If the governmental body is unable to convene the open meeting within those 72 hours, the governmental body may subsequently convene the meeting only if the governmental body gives written notice of the meeting as required by this subchapter. Section C. In this section, catastrophe means a condition or occurrence that interferes physically with the ability of a governmental body to conduct a meeting, including fire, flood, earthquake, hurricane, tornado, wind, rain, or snowstorm. And of course, there's other items that are listed. Power failure, but the reason I bring this up is I just feel that, as you know, back in March, Mrs. Herman and I were criticized that we weren't posting agendas, we weren't having meetings, our bylaws were outdated. And we brought all those items to the new group. And because of not meeting the quorum, none of our business is being conducted, it's not being completed. So, and my understanding is you, the commissioners and the judge are the ones that have the authority to appoint people on this committee. And I would imagine you're the ones that have the authority to withdraw any of us from the committee. As well, THC shared with me some time ago, back in March, that their only responsibility is provide guidance to us. All authority comes from the commissioners. So that's why I'm bringing it up to you. Again, I am glad that we have new members, but we need to maybe coming from you that it will they will understand that we all have to work together to and show up for the meetings. So so we can get business done. And granted, the Philippine Museum is not a sophisticated museum like the Winnie Museum or museums in the big city. We're a small county museum, and we do a lot. We do our best, we really do. And Sandy Herman and I have been pretty much managing it for many years. But I just needed to present this to you, so you're aware of what is going on at the museum. And like I mentioned, my intention was not to throw any of our members under the bus. That's not my intention. It's just that we need to share this with.
What's a quorum for you?
I believe it's our officers, there's 4 of us. So we have to be 3. Oh, 3. And that's the officers.
There are 5 officers. So 3 of the 5 officers is a quorum for you. Okay. All right. Well, I'll, I guess they can give me the phone numbers and stuff, and I'll visit with them and see if they're really, they have, willingness to serve the word. Your bylaws say you have to meet monthly or bi-monthly. Every other.
I believe we're only required 4 times a year.
Why was going being looked at?
But the thing is, like I mentioned, it was brought up that our bylaws are updated. We have to fill the officer slots and provide that information to the court by January for your approval.
Sure.
And of course, having the members sign up to help with opening the museum.
Okay. Mr. Sneebag?
And I'd like to extend the meetings are available or open to commissioners and the judge anytime.
Understood. All right. Anything else?
You don't have any questions for me?
It's a good idea to reach out. To the commitment.
Our next meeting is the 14th at 9 a.m. So
Right. Remind me about the repairs.
Okay.
We talked.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right, that's just an updated report from the Corpus Commission. Item 4D, accept and approve a Christmas donation of $490 to Warren Thompson, to Kinney County Agency Center. Donation to be deposited in the Kinney County Agency donation line item. This is a donation again to the Agency Center, so I entertain a motion to accept it, approve that donation, be accepted and be used at the Kinney County Agency Center and the agency donation. So moved by Commissioner Dodson, second by Commissioner Tavo. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Motion carried unanimously. E is approve and disapprove versus bonding company. Employee security bond, for Kinney County Auditor's Office and Kinney County Tax Assessor Collector's Office. I'll entertain a motion to approve the merchant bonds for those 2 offices. Second. Motion made by Commissioner Ward, second by Commissioner Farragut. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carried unanimously. All right, introduction and presentation of trusted driver representative, Kinney County Sheriff's Office. We'll let ask those come forward at this time to introduce and present the driver. Step on up here. Yeah. You just step forward right here, visit with us right here so everybody can hear you.
Good morning, I'm Thomas Harrington with Trusted Driver. I'm here to answer any questions you may have regarding Trusted Driver. The Sheriff's Office has recently signed on with us for an e-ticketing platform. Recently, we have sent a letter to your office offering a revenue sharing system. I'm not sure if you've received that.
Don't call it those.
Okay, that was sent over on the 22nd. What it basically is any tickets that are paid by a violator through our system sends $1 back to you in addition to the fees collected, of course. It's just comes from the convenience fee.
Yeah.
That funds can be used for whatever the court feels those funds need to be directed towards. You have any questions?
This is a presentation you had about,
Couple months back.
yeah, about 2 months ago.
Yes, sir.
Y'all remember talking about it, and it was gonna be the related,
QR code,
yes,
you scan with
driver's
your
license.
phone. Along with that, payment system, where they go online, we can also set an iPad at your court, so say the motorist doesn't have the ability to scan it, or come in and use that iPad, pay that fee. This is not replacing what you currently have, which I believe is that code. This is just an additional way to pay those fees. The only way that you would receive that extra dollar from this would be is if they use our payment.
Yeah.
It's no additional cost to you. So this is actually when it's going to come paid monthly, whichever way you chose, whether AC or direct deposit. The report would come along with that. And so fines are paid by the motorists, the courts are giving monthly, I'm sorry, the daily report that would show the ticket number, the violation code, the violation, and the amount paid. Coming batch report on a daily basis, directly to who the administrator wanted to come to. It could come to one person or staff.
And this would be only the tickets that our deputies are writing, right?
Yes,
Okay, and then like just, I plead no contest, and then I just stay in your system and pay my fine and fee, then that's it. But if I end up coming to the JP's court and stuff, then that removes you out of the system, and then I still like the JP's. That's what I'm saying. If
yes,
they use your system, when they get their ticket, they can simply stay in your system and settle it.
it pays through our system. The court still gets notified that it was paid. So the court is still notified that it's paid. You guys take care of it on your end. And everything's done. It's just an additional way to pay. It makes it a little bit more convenient for the motorists. They don't have to come back, especially if it's somebody traveling.
Yes. Now, is this system also gonna do the tracking deal for us?
Racial profiling, yes.
Okay.
Yes, that is part of the e-ticket.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yes, it's definitely part of the e-ticket. And there are a lot of other statistics you can look up
And
through.
you said this letter was mailed to me on the 22nd, probably?
Yes, sir.
Samantha, you remember seeing that?
I had it, sir.
I-
But I'll check them on.
I have copies
Right on.
here of what it looks like. I have covered all of it. This is the actual. This is the itself.
Yeah, it's-
You may.
All right, so this will need to be on our next agenda item as an action item. Enter in this agreement, or did we do that the other day?
We have not done that. It can be done electronically.
Okay, but this, we have to approve this. But the contractual service for y'all,
For the ticketing, it's already been agreed upon.
okay, all right.
Yes.
This is just this is just the revenue sharing.
Yes.
Okay. If we don't agree to this, can they still use your system?
Absolutely.
Okay, all
Absolutely.
right. So this isn't, we gotta do this.
Nope.
We have to
No,
do
sir.
that. This is just.
No
we
high
just-
pressure sales.
Yeah, we're just simply saying, hey, we're gonna kick back the dollar, to
Yes.
y'all, for every ticket that stays within us and get paid. or whatever.
Yes,
Okay.
and we can also, I don't believe it's in there, but we can provide an automatic report. The, for the use,
Okay, for the JP's office.
yes,
Okay.
for the violator to come in and take care of it.
Okay. All right.
Do you have any?
Anybody have any questions to that or anything?
I got a question. What other counties have y'all done this payment agreement with?
We're using Jim Wells is one of our biggest ones right now. They're very active with us. They like several thousand tickets through it. Aransas Pass is using it. Some other counties down south, so. We are fairly new though. And there's a couple in California.
Doesn't JT have to sign off on anything, or is it just kind of?
No,
No, but the JP will have to get that report manually through a different system in order to track that the ticket has been paid. It doesn't feed directly into their system.
correct, unless you integrate.
Right, but their
Yes.
system is,
You're under contract.
well, and it's.
Hill Country.
It's Hill Country bought by LGS, but they're 2 years from an upgrade.
Okay. All right, anybody got any questions? And then, we'll need to see if we can have action to agree to that.
Okay,
So I don't know if we'll do it. We're in front of-
Probably, it's an agreement. We'll have to write
So
it up.
that probably would, that'll probably, let's probably have a meeting have this month unless we have one. Our next meeting would be the 23rd, that's the week of Christmas, and we're all county closed the 23rd, 4th, and 5th, so if we have a meeting, it's short one on the 30th, maybe approve bills and stuff like that. If this is being action out, then we can.
yes, sir.
All right, no questions? All right, then, Commissioner. Thank you. All right. And then F is just a presentation, introduction. This, and item G for us this morning, to discuss and approve and disapprove drone pilot incorporated training for 2 Kinney County deputies at the cost of $4,000 per deputy, and approve usage of funds from Kinney County Abandoned account for training. Chief, I'll turn that over to you. Oh, hey, Sheriff's not here. Hold on.
I'm here.
Yeah.
We started leveraging this training about 2 years ago. And, it was very, very useful. It's hands-on training, they get licensed. Plus, they get into the course, they've got homework in between that, they've got homework. And at the end of it, they issued, 2 smaller drones. And the plan is, once we issue 2 deputies, trained up on this, of course, we already have to get donated to this. We do the search and, recycle the brush, but the plan is these 2 smaller drones at the training. If we ever have to go into like a school or to a church, we can clear the pews without having to have the deputies walk down back to back. We can clear the pews, we can clear small areas, and I think it'd be very, very beneficial to our operations.
Okay, and how many deputies would that give us total now? Just those 2?
It would just be the 2, because there's one off during DPS, we have for equipment, but the training she got, and her ability to get her own increased out 2 to 1%. She came back in the
All right. Has that account been closed yet, Sheriff?
that account, I have to get the formal paperwork yet, because we're waiting for 2 checks to clear, make sure everything's closed out. Without having all that done, I can send you an email after we check that account.
Okay. Commissioner,
And probably when I get my head knocked in.
the two deputies, are they being voluntold or do they volunteer?
A little bit of both.
Okay. All right, any questions from the commissioners? All right, and entertain a motion to approve drone pilot training for 2 Kinney County deputies at the cost of $4,000 per deputy, and the usage of funds from the Kinney County Abandoned account for training.
So moved.
So moved by Commissioner Montalvo, second by Commissioner Fair. Any further discussion? All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried unanimously. All right, Sheriff. Is that it for you? Bring it here.
The thing that.
MOU.
Okay, you got an MOU on here for Galveston County, but Brent, I think's got that covered for you. Okay,
Yes, sir.
and the Amazon account stuff. All right. Anything else you say? All right, get that account closed.
Got it.
Thank you, bud. All right, we're going with item H is discuss, review, and action on review Economic Disadvantaged Counties Program, EDCP, through TxDOT for identification of eligible projects within Kinney County. Ms.
Sure.
On.
Again. All right, so Kinney County received a letter saying they are eligible for the TxDOT Economically Disadvantaged Program. And so you have a list of all of the county roads and then 2 bridges within the city of Bracketville. If there are any projects, Mr. Montalvo, that we would like to address, this could save us some money. If we qualify, meet the criteria, we could save up to 95% of the cost.
Okay,
And those are listed on there.
this is Louis Street, Pinky Draw, southeast of Gove Street, and El Paso Street, Los Morris Street, 2/10 of a mile northwest of FM 674.
Those 2 are within, but the on system is the other list of county roads. So if there are any projects, let us know and we can apply for them.
Okay.
Would you like for us to coordinate with Mr. Montalvo and see what the needs?
I would say yes.
Okay.
All right, any questions there? That was just entertain a motion to work on the Economic Disadvantaged County Program through TxDOT with identifying eligible projects in Kinney County. So moved by Commissioner Ward. Second by Commissioner Dodson. Any further discussion on item H? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carried unanimously. All right, item I this morning is to discuss and approve, disapprove minor inspection service revisit of the splash pad area outside restrooms for accessibility compliance inspection with a $400 fee.
We discussed this at the last commissioner's court and we just needed to bring it back up for approval of the $400 fee so that they can come out and look at the outside restrooms and see if we can tie those to the splash pad instead of the rest of.
Inside the pool area.
Yes, sir.
So moved by Commissioner Dodson, second by Commissioner Ward. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carried unanimously.
Thank you. We'll take care of that.
Thank you, ma'am. 4J is just discuss and approve and ratify a mutual aid law enforcement agreement between Kinney County Sheriff's Office and the County of Galveston. We're gonna let you address this.
Yeah, this MOU has been back and forth between Galveston and us for almost 2 years. Their commissioner's court approved of it several months ago, but neglected to tell us we're waiting on it. And so now that it has been approved by them, it just is waiting for us to ratify it.
Okay,
But I drafted it and it's good to go.
okay. So we've been working down there with the MOU.
They've been working under 418 mutual aid, well, they claim to be, but there's some issues with, it clarifies a lot of things, I'll put it that way. There's kind of gray area along chapter 14, government emergency responses. And it's there's a mutual aid provision where agencies can have jurisdiction or certification to operate during a time of disaster. And the DA and I suggested that even though 418 possibly doesn't allow them to do that, this MOU would be the safer bet, especially for liability issues. And, Galveston commissioners and the judge has signed this months ago, but they neglected to let us know that we didn't have it. Anyway, we did receive it finally, and so we just need it right.
All right, entertain a motion to approve item J. So moved by Commissioner Ferrick, second by Commissioner Tavo. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye. Motion carried unanimously. All right, item K this morning is discuss and possible action in creating an online Amazon business account in Kinney County. Brent, you have one, right?
I believe so.
His office has an Amazon account.
I don't know if it's a county account. Usually the Amazon business is for like the county as a whole, and then you would assign users. Then when they go to purchase, it goes through the approval process. So
Okay.
it just, go through. They give us like, it's like a Home Depot, you get a credit line. And then your users will put in their PO. Does it get approved? Yes, then the auditor would push enter, and then order the items, and then they will bill us, and we will pay for it after we receive the person putting in a credit card. in advance.
I don't get that.
Yeah. You
Okay.
may have set up an individual account versus a business
Yeah.
account.
And this has been kicked around quite a bit, but if like Cheryl saying, it would be a county-wide Amazon account. And then we would assign the users of it. The users would be the elected officers or the department per se. And then still the same process. They'd have to have a PO and everything, but then Amazon will complete the order, ship it, and then we would pay it. That's kind of what we're after here. And I don't know, there's not a whole lot of things, but there are some things that really are cheaper on Amazon, but there are some things that we can't get without paying for it or shipping it anyway. The products we get from Amazon would be free shipping. So it's something I think the county would probably be a benefit to the county. So forth like that. So I would entertain a motion to approve creating an online Amazon business account in county. So moved by Commissioner McCollum, second by Commissioner Fair. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Motion carried unanimously. All right, item L this morning, talked a little bit about this last month, and now we're to discuss and approve authorization of advertising request for application for bank depository. Just simply go out and renew that again, correct?
Yeah, we have to advertise for it. Because it's expiration, it's like not renew it twice after its original. And the legislature in the last session has opened it up so your bank does not have to be with some more county. So you could, if you got a better appeal, they go to the adjoining county.
All right, so entertain a motion to authorize advertising for RFA bank depository. So moved by Commissioner Ward, second by Commissioner Matavo. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Motion carries. Letter M this morning to approve and discuss authorization advertising request for proposal for external auditor. Again, we talked a little bit about this last meeting, and simply to just go out and look for before we get too much further into the year, if there is a possible new auditing firm to deal with our annual audit. So that will be taken care of by the auditor's office and stuff. She work on that for us too. So entertain a motion to advertise the request for proposal for external auditor. So moved by Commissioner Fair, seconded by Commissioner Tavo. Any further discussion on letter M? All those in favor say aye. Motion carried unanimously. All right, N this morning, discuss and approve the issuance of the letter of David Conley Ranch that requests clarification of certain easement granted to Kinney County and the city of Brackett, dated June 16th, 1961, recorded under volume A, page 39 of Kinney County Deed Records. Do you want to move that to executive session?
Yeah, I mean, update you on some issues in executive session.
All right. We'll move item into executive session. After that, I know this morning discussed possible action on Lost Morris watershed dams, east and west, with possible site visit. We're meeting today at 1 o'clock with, NRCS folks and stuff. But I put it on here, but then if you'd like, we'll recess our meeting, go to our tour of the dams and so forth, and come back and take any action that we need to determine what's something that we want to do. Any kind of work out there or something. But, so I kind of, we'll kind of put that one off till the end of the meeting. That way, some of y'all, myself, Commissioner Ward, y'all want to attend as well. We'll run out there and look at it and stuff and see about the brush work, the erosion work, fencing, and so forth like that. But make a visit, be with the NRCS folks. So we'll also most likely recess our meeting and take care of that at 1 o'clock. Item P this morning, discuss and approve and disapprove the authorization reimbursement payment of professional fees related to operation and maintenance of Kinney County Detention Facility. Invoice from Haley Olson, PC, and the amount of $18,489.99. I believe we have to. Should have done this first. Should have. We have a PFC meeting also. So let's, we'll come back to that when we come back from the watershed hearings possibly, but after the recess this meeting, we'll have our PFC meeting that quick to approve that payment through the PFC and then authorize payment to the commission.
Is that like, is that a yearly total?
That,
Just recent.
that I don't know.
So that's what I was asking. Yeah.
We can call it. I'll text him and see if he can join us after lunch, maybe. Or those.
Some of them are the
Solar farm fees, I believe. All right, so, move item N to executive session, and then item O and P. We'll move to, take action on after our recess for our watershed dam meetings. Next up is approved minutes, commission reports previous minutes. All right, I have 3 sets of minutes here. The 25th, November the 12th, November 25th, and November 29th. This is probably the kind of one.
Yeah, we're on the agenda for the 29th.
Yeah. All right. We'll November the 12th and November the 20th.
Okay, this is like,
Yes, ma'am.
they said there could be a set meeting for November 12th, November 25th. The special meeting is that like.
Yeah, but on the agenda, it only got November the 29th. On item 5, approved county commissioners previous minutes.
Right, so, right, the commissioners have, I got those late after the agenda was posted, so I printed out a copy for all the commissioners, so they should have it in front of them.
They do, but it wasn't posted, so we'll move the November the 12th, and November 25th, we'll move them to our next meeting.
Okay,
So today, we're only gonna approve, Yeah, the special meeting on the 29th. All right, so moved on the special meeting on the 29th by Commissioner Tabo. Second by Commissioner Fair. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Department budget, number 6 this morning's request for department budget adjustment and review on the 2024-25 budget is needed. There are none. Approved item 7. Approved bills and disbursements out for the Kinney County Detention Center. Don't have any. Number 8, examine and ratify approve all claims, bills, including payroll for Kinney County budget 2024-2025. You have those there for you this morning. Mary's over energy holding you up the old 10. Where you for age 5? Okay, fuel. Probably so. No, that's going to be a fuel card with deputies and stuff that. If you get looking at it, so that's the. They all just have like a fuel card they use stripes or something, just or they're out and about. You know.
Second.
All right, a motion to pay the bills by Commissioner Dawson. Second by Commissioner Fair. All right. Any further discussion or questions on the bill?
Was there supposed to be an entry for the architect or?
I sent that up Friday, so I don't know if it got done or not.
Okay.
It's a 60,
It's good to see what,
6250 this invoice or something. Yeah, it was a past due issue. Polaris Architects, anyway, but I think I said that Thursday or Friday, so it may not be okay.
well, it said 0.
What page are we on?
Just wondering.
Okay. Yeah, that, Joe, get that from Cheryl.
I did finally see it come through after I got access to the email, but I know you copied Debbie on it.
Yeah. It was like 60,
Right there.
Kitchen next up.
well, we need a big invoice to that in September.
Yeah, it's over, it's 30 days. We can amend this.
All right, let me see if I can find
I want to
the email.
I think it's slow coming. 18,000.
Yes.
And then we may have amended something for.
60,
Engineering, Mr. Dirksen, and then we can come up with that, and, the structural engineer, I think there's a little bit added.
yeah, he gave me a good breakdown of it.
Yeah.
So,
I saw that.
this invoice is.
Did that kind of balance with your?
Yes,
numbers?
yes. 6,335. So, we'll amend, we've amended this bill to, pay the architect 6,335.
I'm gonna call him in a little bit, I'll let him.
Okay.
Judge, can we just confirm that column is on there and Vega paving column is way overdue?
Vega,
Yes.
the column has been already been taken care
Yes, it's on here.
And Vega's on there?
Yes, no.
Perfect. Info.
All right, so we're gonna.
On the subject, I think, for the electrical engineer, we did, some additions to his with regard to the fire suppression, fire, and, of course, he's doing the mechanical, which includes plumbing, the, electrical, and the air conditioning. But I think we did add, no, we did, the fire suppression, fire.
Yes.
So we need to crunch all those numbers. I think I've got them.
All right, so, motion made by Commissioner Dodson, seconded by Commissioner Perry to approve the payroll as presented with noting the addition of $6,335 to Polaris Architect. And everything, Dan, something. So any further discussion on that? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carried unanimously. All right, item 9 this morning is other items to discuss. Just a reminder, Frontier Christmas kicks off this weekend, Friday and Saturday, the lighting of the courthouse Saturday evening. Rio Grande Electric Co-op Christmas is Thursday evening at the co-op. And the weather's good, I think the weather's gonna be all right. If not, they have tentatively reserved the community center if the weather's rather Thursday. The Frontier Christmas this weekend, they're lighting the courthouse and booths and everything in front of the bank, around the sheriff's office. Wednesday at 10 o'clock, I got a meeting with Blackcomb, the pipeline that's coming in for Whitewater. Commissioner Todd, can you meet with that? Wednesday at 10 o'clock. I'll send you a little reminder, but they'd like to meet with us again. Last week, we did have our phone call with Popeyes regarding radio fields and stuff. It was a good conversation. He wasn't, but they're done for the year. Their pockets are done. So he said, keep working on it, keep them in mind, stay in touch with them and stuff, but he didn't say no way, see you later kind of deal. I thought it was a good call. I mean,
Yeah.
Good introductory call. Again, historical commission meetings this Saturday at 9 o'clock. Tax appraisal office sent us a letter, the results of the election. They're pleased to announce the election of Marla Madrid, Herb Senior, and Gamero Guzman to the Kinney County Appraisal District for terms 2025 through 2026. We're looking forward to continuing the relationship with the board and Kinney County Commissioners. So that's the results of the election to the tax appraisal board. Also, visited with the sheriff, Deputy Earwood, to be Constable Earwood. He would just like to keep the current constable's vehicle for his constable vehicle. So what we're going to do is we'll just put the Ford sign, what do they call it?
Police interceptor.
If I can Ford Explorer, we call it police interceptor. We're just going to incorporate that into the sheriff's rotation and pool. We do have some funds in the constable's budget to look at the radar and stickers and such logos. So we'll have to get that shadows. Yeah, we get that. Yeah, get that one back from Gallegos right there at the end of the year, January, and let give that to the deputy period to be constable. But he would just like to keep that vehicle, so that's fine. So the sheriff worked out and be coming out visiting and stuff. So we're just gonna let that one go, and then that they would replace the big Ford Expedition that Backer's driving with a Tahoe or pickup or something, and kind of step down the rotation there and stuff. So kind of
Sounds like at least some wheels.
give it an update on that. It's kind of all I have on my notes. We'll recess at this time. It's 10:20. And we'll reconvene, we'll go back, we'll reset this meeting and open our PFC meeting up through those items. But, well, we're not recessing yet. Yeah, we got to take exception. Well, let's just recess this one right quick to our PFC meeting, and we'll go back and forth to the executive session. Discuss the items. This time on our PFC meeting, we'll call it to order. 10:20. Everyone? All the directors are present. Item 8 for this meeting is to approve and disapprove the authorization, reimbursement, and payment of professional fees related to operation and maintenance of Kinney County Police Facility invoice from Haley and Olson PC in the amount of $18,489.99. I'll entertain a motion to approve that. So moved by Director Farrar. Second by Director Ward. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye, motion carried. And then we do have a set of minutes to approve. For PFC. January 22nd and July 8th. I'll just read them right quick. July 8th, January 22nd. We'll go with January 22nd first. See if this refreshes y'all's memory. Says quorum will be in President Sheehan, which and that's a Schuster, members absent, Dodson. Everybody else is here. Call the order of the fire center at 9 o'clock. Board of Directors held a meeting on January 22nd at 9. Fire Rescue Center. Notices the opening meeting verified. Approved the minutes. November 7th, 20. What's the date off of the 2023 amendment? Those were approved by Director Barrett and seconded by Director Ward. That's the only action we took on that meeting. It was just approved minutes. There was no action taken. It was approved minutes. So I entertain a motion to approve these minutes as amended. So moved by Director Montalvo. Second by Director Barrett. Any further discussion? Motion carried unanimously. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carried unanimously. That approved those minutes. The July 8th minutes. Everyone was present. We will consider the action of the following items. Report from legal counsel review, discussing possible action related to the operation management agreement. Consider amendments to the operation management agreement with Geo Corrections and Detention LLC related to the detention center. The motion was made by Director Ward, seconded by Director Fair. The amend and proceed with operation management agreement with Geo Corrections and Detention relating to Kinney County Detention Center. And it carried 5-0. Also on that day, we reviewed, discussed, and take action for accounting reports of Forbes LLP compilation and financial statement of PFC for the period ending September 30th, 2023, and authorized engagement for 2024 audit. Director Dodson made the motion, seconded by Director Ward. Motion to record the audit as presented dated September 30th, 2023 was made by Director Fair, seconded by Commissioner Director Dodson. And motion was also to re-engage the auditor Force LLP to a 3-year term contract and manage Geo Corrections and Detention LLC and United States Marshal Service contract. That motion carried as well. Item C was to review and discuss action to authorize a reimbursement payment of professional fees related to operation and maintenance of the Kinney County Detention Facility. Current PFC legal fees invoiced by Haley and Olson. Director Montalvo made the motion, seconded by Director Fair. Accept legal fee invoice in the amount of $24,254.55 from Haley and Olson. Motion carried. Meeting was adjourned at 2 o'clock. Any corrections or additions to that? So I'll entertain a motion to approve these minutes as presented. Right. December. So moved by Director Dodson. Seconded by Director Montalvo. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye. Motion carried unanimously. Then Next page on here. Approve the payment for requisition from Haley and Olson. Here. That's all I have, PFC, so with that being said, we'll adjourn. Entertain a motion to adjourn. Director Montalvo. 10:27. All those in favor, say aye. Motion carried unanimously. So that'll take care of the PFC.
What time, Judge?
10:27. All right. We'll go back to our regular commission report meeting this morning. I may do scratch your issue. All right, we'll call it 10:27. At this time, we'll go into executive session. Everybody get a break. We'll take a little bit of a break, so we'll take a break. We'll go into executive session. We'll discuss item.
We're back in. We're back in regular session, noting that Commissioner Farrick did not make it back, did not join us for the tour of the dams and whatnot, and will not be attending the action items. All right, we're back in at 2:25. Item 4N this afternoon is discuss and approve the issuance of the letter to David Collermix that requests clarification that certain easement granted to Kinney County and the city of Brackett dated June 16, 1961 are recorded in volume A, page 39 of Kinney County deed records. At this time, there will be no action taken by the Commissioners Court today on item N. Item O was postponed from this morning's action to allow us to have a site visit and go look at the west dam. We went and visited the west side only this afternoon for our visit with the NRCS folks and everything, and some discussion there. But there'll be my assumption was the actions that we'll just plan on continuing doing is spraying the brush and mowing it or whatever kind of deal like that. So there's no new action on us. There's the grant ladies are looking for some possible grant money to help with that process. So really no action there as far as I'm concerned, unless somebody thinks it's something differently. But I'm gonna say for this afternoon's purpose, there's no action on IMO coming back from our visit. That leaves us with item P this afternoon. Discuss and approve the authorization of reimbursement and payment of professional fees related to the operation and maintenance of Kinney County Detention Facility. Invoice from Haley and Olson PC in the amount of $18,489.99. I'll entertain a motion to approve that.
And it's for annual.
And that was his annual services for the year. So moved. So moved by Commissioner Dotson, second by Commissioner Ward. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carried unanimously. Noting that the vote was there would be 4-0 since Commissioner Farrick is absent. And no action on the other two items, and that'll conclude today's meeting. Appreciate it. I think the visit to the dam sites were good, but we'll keep working on what we I'd love to go out there and do a little spot burning with a drip torch and burn those patches to clean that brush out where we get a good spread in that brush. But, all right, anything else, anybody? If we have to have another meeting, we'll do it December 30th, that Monday, just to authorize payment of bills. That way we don't have to try to wait and get into close to a 5-week period there, if we're not careful. So if that's the case, we'll just do it to authorize payment of bills and whatever little items might be lurking at the time that need approval or something like that, but mostly it'd be just to authorize the payment of bills. All right? With that being said, wish y'all a very Merry Christmas. I'll reach back out to you for Wednesday morning, 10 o'clock. And we'll meet with the pipeline folks again. We're gonna have another meeting just for some discussion. I said, okay. So let me get my road and bridge guy, because from what we can tell, they're not crossing any county roads, but they don't want to visit again, so. With that being said, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. So moved by Commissioner Ward, seconded by Commissioner Montalvo, and get back to my notes page.